Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. What I thought I would do for this video, and I might actually make a series of videos out of this because I think it's a great topic. It gives me an opportunity to go back and look at a lot of those albums from different bands, various bands that really were a big game changer or very influential, had a big impact on me as a guitarist, a musician, what have you. So today we're going to be talking about a band, no introduction right there, Cannibal Corpse. The album I'm going to be talking about is Vile. That album completely changed my whole approach to playing guitar, leveled me up to the point to where it was night and day difference between the way I was currently playing from playing all the Slayer and I was doing some Fear Factory and stuff at the time. But when I got a hold of that record, it just completely just blew me away, and I wanted to be every bit of a guitarist just like the guys in Cannibal. Dad took me to see Ace Ventura when I think when that came out I was about 9 years old, right around that time. And I just remember seeing this concert scene, and the music was just the heaviest, I've never heard anything like it, just the heaviest music I ever was exposed to. I was kind of getting into music at that time, watching my dad and my Uncle Frank, their band that they had. My dad was still continuing to play bass, and so I already had that bug that I wanted to get into music, and that really took things to the next level. A combination of that music and then getting into the Metallica, the Slayer, and things like that. But fast forward, Cannibal Corpse Vile comes out. I'm excited. I remember it was my birthday actually, so there was a store back in the day of when there used to be record stores, CD stores, and things like that. This was a place called Harmony House. I don't know if you guys ever, people my age, I'm 36, if you guys remember that store, or does it ring a bell, I'm not sure. But this was a CD store. I think they had VHS tapes, if any guys know what that shit is. Probably not too many of you. But they had VHS tapes, cassettes, blah 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 blah, movies, everything like that. So it was a physical media store. Cannibal Corpse Vile was there, and it was on the end caps where they had a good 24 copies. I just remember seeing that cover, and I was just like, oh my god, I got all excited. And that was about to be my first Cannibal Corpse CD, and I was, what was I, 12? Yeah, so I think it was my 12th birthday, and I convinced my mom for it had to be 20 minutes to try to get her to buy me the CD. You guys remember what the cover looks like and shit. So finally I talked her into it. We walk up, and I'd play back on our stereo in the living room, and I'd always go back, just constantly hitting rewind, and just learning all this stuff by ear. That's where I really got good at learning how to play all this kind of stuff on, by ear, which to this day I'm still quite good at. That's just a talent I was able to pick up as I played music and learned how to play other people's stuff. It was just doing many hours invested into doing that. I learned those albums, and just it really took my playing to a whole nother level, to the point to where my dad ended up buying me at Jackson, Randy Rhoads USA, when we went to Guitar Center. You guys know that story. But the ability to play that kind of music was really what opened my dad's eyes and got him to buy me. All right, he's really serious about his playing. He's not just it's not gonna be a short-term hobby where it's a fad where he just gets into it and then off he goes on to something else. No, I just would spend just hours and hours playing and just trying to get good at this stuff. And my whole approach to playing guitar, like I tell you guys, is I don't go into it with the mindset that I'm practicing something. I just kind of do everything at once. I would put a song on, and I would just, as hard as I could, just try to play the song. And I didn't care how many times I would make mistakes, or it wouldn't come out right, or I'd be just too early, too late on the riffs. It was that duration, that volume of just spending time playing that instrument, just getting good with my hand synchronization. Eventually you get these songs, you get them down perfect. And you're only human. Don't be fooled. A lot of the stuff you see on the internet where all your heroes are not, they're not invincible, so to speak. We all make mistakes. Believe me, when those guys, the takes that they use are the ones that are their good takes. They make mistakes just like you and I. So they're not invincible. They're not quote unquote gods. Everybody makes mistakes on those guitars, and everybody's got to start somewhere. The important thing is to overcome and just keep pushing forward. Just keep spending all that time, investing all that time on your instruments, whether you're playing drums, bass, guitar, doing anything you do in life. You got to make sure that you just keep at it, and eventually you just get really good at it. It's just like any other thing. So yeah, I just wanted to share that story on that album, you know, that first Cannibal Corpse CD that I was able to obtain. And then after, you know, from there, obviously when I got older, I could just buy shit whenever I wanted. But that's one album down. If you guys like this video, this style of video where I pick an album that really changed my life and just something I got, you know, a good amount to talk about, let me know in the comments. And I appreciate you guys always just watching this stuff. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you like the video, subscribe, do all that good stuff for me. It really helps the channel out a lot. I thank you guys so much. Take it easy.